Yeah, well, you never. Well, I think we play at Notre Dame this year, but one thing I noticed about Freeman is he runs it up when he's on the road. Like when he's on the road, it's covers last year at least. But that's another show. Anyways, next up, Matt Rule, Nebraska. I know it's some Nebraska fans somewhere in the chat, somewhere watching. Big shout out to everybody watching, man. This is probably like some of the best information going on right now today for college football on the internet, period, right now. But I
Facts.
appreciate everybody showing up, man. I appreciate what we're doing. I'm trying to speed it up, but we already in here almost an hour and a half. Um, you know, we had to keep it going.
Hey,
But
time flies
Nebraska,
when you're having fun, man.
yeah, exactly, right? I'm gonna speed through Matt Rule. I was really high on Matt Rule. You know, third year here at Nebraska. Last year was 7-6, turning 10 on offense, 5 on defense. I do expect a step up out of Matt Rule here in Nebraska. It seems that they were getting their home fans a little tuned up last year, and they got off to some good starts, and it seemed like the wheel was turning a little bit. But Matt Rule is not everybody's favorite coach. He's not going to always make the wheel turn. But I mean, I feel like the jury's still out on this team. Something that we really got to take a look. He does have new defensive coordinator from Penn State. Well, back in the day, John Butler. That may make a difference on the defensive side of things. But I think this year, a real goal for a team like Nebraska is to get in the bigger bowl this year. I don't see them even, and to do that, they were 7-6 last year. You might only got to win one, maybe two more games, and you might get into a good bowl game. So Matt Rule, if I was dishing out the dollars over there, third year, you did bring back 10 on offense, 5 on defense. You did a good job. I don't know exactly what they're doing with the money and the transfer portal over there, but I'm gonna watch. It's kind of like a Michigan team. You got to kind of sit back and watch this team and see where they're going. I'm gonna stay off of Nebraska probably to the 4th, 5th week. What you think, Moose?
I mean, it's the same thing as with Lincoln Riley. You want to look at how he's done on the road and how he's done against top 25 teams. On the road, he is 22-28 overall, and he was 2-8 on the road last year in Nebraska. And he is, he was 2-8 on the road at Nebraska, and he was 1-4 last year. And you look at how he's been against top 25 teams. He is 2-22 overall, and he was 0-6 in Nebraska. He was 0-3 last year, but he did take Illinois to overtime before losing. So I'm not exactly sold on Matt Rule being a great coach. I would love for him to be a great coach. I thought he was a great coach, and then I started hearing him kind of complain about some of the NIL deals and how some of the money is being out there. And I just, maybe it's just me, but I don't really like the head coaches trying to complain about some of the NIL because it's like, you're either able to do it or you're not able to do it, whether it's financial restrictions or it's just ability to use it. So all that being said, a lot of people want to talk about Dylan Raiola at quarterback and how he is going to take a step forward. He's Pat Mahomes Jr. I'm not buying any of that. I think he'll be fine. He did set the freshman record at Nebraska for passing yards. But the guy that I really like here is Dante Dowdle. And he was the guy that took over the running back position between Dowdle and Emmett Johnson last year. I think he's going to take a major step forward. The offensive line, it's how many? It loses 2 starters, brings back most of them. They add a Notre Dame transfer who's a top 10 lineman prospect and will be a major upgrade at the guard position, which is a big run blocking position. Dana Holgerson took over as OC last year about midway through. Didn't really change too much, but I do think that the offense is going to run a little bit better especially with you have Dowdle coming back at running back. I'm not going to go too much in the defense. I can kind of let Wine Time go through that. I do think this is a potentially decent team, but I have questions about Rule as a head coach. I really like Johnson or Dowdle though, and that's kind of a season
Moose
prop.
Dowdell is now on Kentucky Wildcats.
When did that happen?
I'm not sure. I knew he made the transfer. I didn't know where. I just looked it up when you said that. He plays for Kentucky. It's Emmett Johnson's the RB1 now. Yeah,
sorry. I'm looking at the wrong name. Yeah, Emmett Johnson, yes.
Emmett Johnson, yep.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at the wrong name there. So I'm looking at Emmett Johnson as being the big name that's kind of taking over and potentially a season prop that I'm going to want to back here. Yeah, thank you, Wine Time, for correcting me on that.
No, yeah, you're good. I have that exactly written down. I return Emmett Johnson, who's expected to have a good year, catching the ball out of the backfield and taking carries out of the backfield. Strong safety, Malcolm Hartzog, who had 4 interceptions and 4 pass deflections in 24, had a really good year over there in Nebraska. But bottom line, this is year 3 of the Matt Rule era, where he's always had success everywhere he's gone. It seems like other than the NFL, his last stop. I mean, he's got Dylan Raiola, the 5-star quarterback he never turned away from last year. He went with him the entire season. I question his ability, man. I mean, he's got the ability. I still haven't seen it yet, guys, from Dylan Raiola to actually prove that he's a good quarterback in the Big Ten. I don't like the comparisons to Patrick Mahomes whatsoever. I think he's kind of living in his shadow in a way and kind of just wants to be like him. Which is cool too. You know what I mean? You could all have your heroes and stuff like that. That's obviously one of the guys he looks up to. Matt Stafford's also his godfather. I don't know how that works out because Stafford, was Stafford his godfather at 14 years old? I don't understand that at all. But with that being said here, I don't really buy into this Dylan Raiola. I didn't like really what I saw last year. This is going to be year 1 under Dana Holgorsen. We saw him take over the offense last year. He came in off the street, wasn't even a coach on staff going into the year. And Matt Rule called him up and said, hey, I need you as an offensive. I need you to look things over the offensive schemes for a couple weeks. All of a sudden, they demote their OC to the tight ends coach, promote this guy to the OC. He's the play caller. And Dylan Raiola says that they have a really good relationship. This guy's developed NFL talent, all this stuff. Dana Holgorsen, I have a lot of question marks about his coaching ability, if we're being honest here. I'm kind of surprised he was the hire here as the offensive play caller. I do have Nebraska as my number 8 in the power rankings, which I don't know. Talking about it now kind of has me trending a little bit backwards. Maybe they shouldn't be so high here. But at the same time, I'm not really sure who I could put over them. But I do think they do have a lot of talent, and they could probably go out there and win 7 games, maybe 8 games if they're lucky here. But this team, you asked Dylan Raiola what their expectations are going into this year. He said national championship. Try for a Big Ten title first, because that ain't happening. But we can move right on.
Yeah, man. I seen that stupid comparison with the whole Raiola, and that is sick. It's sick that people are that they out there for likes that much that they try to tie all that together. What does that have to do with how he plays on the field? Absolutely nothing, because he looks like this guy, his godfather, this guy. Get away